If by the 17th of January you haven't taken action on your goals, you're going to be part of the 99.7% of people who fail in 2024. I know you've done your vision board, you've set your goals, you've joined the gym, started a new diet, you're probably even doing dry January. Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, it's not going to last. In a couple of weeks' time, you're going to revert back to your old habits if you're not doing these 3 habits, which is why I'm going to show you how to get ahead of 99% of people in just 6 months. A lot of people like to live vicariously through other people, be inspired by people living their dream lives, like to think they're being motivated by watching other people chase their dreams and their goals, all the while doing nothing. If you actually want to get ahead of 99% of people, you need to show up. Go to the gym if you said you were going to go to the gym. Buy healthy food instead of buying takeaway. Start and do that diet that you said that you was going to do. There is no science to it. The reason why people succeed or they are ahead of you is because they're showing up for themselves. They're being consistent with their goals. You start off saying you're going to go to the gym every single day, setting yourself up for failure because you cannot sustain that routine. If you haven't been going to the gym at all and then you say from the 1st of January I'm going to go to the gym every single day, no wonder why with the 17th of January you're going to stop, because it's not something that you're used to. Start small. Go to the gym twice a week, do your grocery haul and do a meal prep for most of the week, and maybe have a takeaway once a week. Instead of overwhelming yourself with unrealistic goals that you are most definitely not going to do, start with something that's going to be achievable, because that's going to give you that dopamine hit of accomplishment, of actually achieving what you set out to do. We live in a popcorn microwave generation, or people want things yesterday, where they assume that if they set a goal to lose weight or save money, it somehow entitles them to them achieving that goal just like that. So if they go to the gym for a week, then they might reach their goal weight by the end of that week. Or if they don't buy a coffee for a whole week, then they must reach their savings goal for that week. But like James Clear said, tiny habits, remarkable results. Or like my mom used to say, Rome wasn't built in a day. If you want to lose 3 stone or 4 stone, for example, you need to be able to know how long it's going to take you. If you say it's going to take you 6 months for you to lose 6 stone, you now need to break those 6 stone down to know how much you need to lose in 3 months, how much you need to lose in a month, and how much you need to lose every single week, so you know what exercises you're doing, what workouts you're doing, what diets that you're doing, in order for you to reach that weekly goal, that monthly goal, that 3 monthly goal, and then that 6 monthly goal. Consistency is the key. You need to show up every single day, every single week, in order for you to reach that goal in 6 months' time. You need to have a vision. You're just thinking about the here and now and short-term gratification, like I want to look like a baddie today. That's all well and good, but just know it's going to take you time. If you want to actually achieve your goals and get ahead of 99% of people, you need to show up consistently, because now you know how long it's going to take you. Now you know that it's not a quick fix, it's not a get rich quick kind of scheme. Keep the promises that you have made to yourself, because essentially that's what goals are. Goals are promises that we've made to ourselves, that in order for us to lose weight, or in order for us to save money and buy that house, I need to work out, I need to go on a diet, I need to work on my financial habits, I need to budget better. You have promised yourself that you are going to change, that you're going to remove old habits, that you're going to implement new habits. But we all know that that's not the most easiest thing to do. So start small. Don't set yourself up for failure by just going in big and thinking that you're going to maintain that high level of output every single month. We're going to do a quick exercise for this next habit. Take a look at people whose lives you don't want, people who are stuck or stagnant. We all know people who have been in the same place for as long as we have known them. Yes, that person. The kind of person who talks about what could have been, the big goals that they had, the big dreams that they had, the big idea that they never actually followed up on. Take a look at their behavior. What do they do? What don't they do? Take note of their language. How do they speak about themselves or of other people and of the world? Now, once you have that, I want you to think about your own goals and your own dreams. If you were to do nothing, what would your life look like in 5 years' time or in 10 years' time? It's more than likely going to look like that person's life that you don't want, the one that's stuck, the one that's stagnant, the one that's always talking about what could have been, the big idea that they have, the big dream that they had, but they never actually followed through. They never took the action in actually achieving that goal. This is called fear-based action, where you do things because you are scared and afraid of what your life would look like if you don't actually take action. For you to actually think about it, the whole world is run through fear-based action. Take the most recent pandemic, for example. The whole world was at a standstill because people were afraid to go out of the possibility of catching the virus. People were doing social distancing, wearing masks or getting vaccines because they were fearful what would happen if they didn't do those things. A lot of things that are spoken about in mainstream news or propaganda are to instill fear in people so people can act accordingly. That's a whole video for a whole nother day. A lot of people think that fear-based action is linked to scarcity mindset, where you start doing desperate action. This is far from it. Fear is an emotion that everybody has, that everybody needs, because it is a survival instinct. It's a flight or fight response. When I see dogs, I am terrified of dogs. My initial reaction is to run and save myself because of my fear. And I'm not the best runner in the world, but the adrenaline that I get from my fear causes me to run faster than I ever would have imagined because I'm so fearful. The idea is not to be fearless, but to fear less. Walk with the fear. Go to the gym, even if it takes you 6 months or a year for you to lose weight. Start that business, even if it takes you a year or 2 years for you to start seeing that profit, no matter what people might say about you. Not only because of your long-term vision and what you're going to gain from doing that, but also from the fear of what you're going to lose or not gain by not taking that action. So there is abundance in fear-based action. You are being disciplined, you are being consistent, because you know what you want, because you know what you don't want. And the last habit, if you want to get ahead of 99% of people, is my personal favorite. And I'm hoping everyone gets this reference and not just religious people. But when Jesus was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, he went into the desert, and the night before he was being crucified, he left his disciples sleeping to go off to pray. He was seeking solitude during those pivotal prayers, during those crucial times, so he could be more connected to God, so he could be at one with his prayers, because those moments were crucial and pivotal. He didn't do that every single time that he prayed. So if you have an important goal or dream that you're trying to reach, you need to enter your self-isolation era. And I mentioned this in a recent video of disappear for 3 months and become unrecognizable. And disappearing and self-isolating isn't like a literal thing. It's self-isolating from the things that cause you friction from not achieving your goals, be it bad habits, be it toxic people, be it social media. Whatever is going to be causing you a distraction during your most pivotal and crucial time, when you need to be in solitude, where you need to be focusing on yourself and focusing on your goals, you need to remove yourself from those situations. The big mistake a lot of people make is thinking that everyone can come on their journey with them. If you're in your sowing season, you need to be focusing on yourself instead of letting your old self and your old habits prohibit you from becoming the best version of yourself. Sometimes you need to let yourself go, the old version of yourself go, so that you can step into this new version. If Jesus went into solitude during those crucial and pivotal times, What makes you think that you can achieve your goals without doing the same? If you want to get ahead of people, if you want to achieve your goals, you need to do the things that other people aren't willing to do. And there's other things which I'll be going into in other videos, but these 3 habits are the foundations of what you need to be focusing on from now exceeding January 17th if you want to be consistent and disciplined to then achieve your goals. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload that video, and make sure you watch this video of how to disappear for 3 months and become unrecognizable. I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye, lovelies.